All right, welcome back to part 2. Let's continue diving into some of the features that relate to interacting with the map and the score on Mapping Tonal Harmony Pro 8. All right, so far, we've seen how the score is always sending your touch events to the map, the inversions panel, and the bass detector. Now, when you tap on the chords on the map, the behavior is a bit different. This is because you can use the map to study not only the harmonic progression in the current song, but tonal harmony in general as well. So the map doesn't send touch events to the chart. Let's resize the panel and get rid of the chart for now. Remember, the map is still being informed by a walking thing. As I mentioned before, the map is showing only the functions that are present in the song. It's also showing essential cadences found in the song. So we can see this song contains a plagal-like cadence, a perfect authentic cadence, and some essential subdominant to dominant movement, like 2/5 paths indicated by the brackets. If you tap on any chord on the map, the current player will play it. This is the same player that is used to play with the play-along. Tap on the Players menu, and we see that it's Duke. Tap on the Change button and load Bill. Now, when we tap on the chords, it's Bill's voicings that you hear, which give us more range and upper structures. Let's try Jim, shown as a guitar player. We can change the sound to a nylon guitar over here. Let's load Bill again and try a Rhodes sound. Pretty cool. Now, these settings also affect the play along. So if I play the accompaniment right now, you're still listening to Bill play on a Rhodes. The play along and the touch events on the map and score will use the same player and instrument, but you can control the volumes of the play along and the touch events independently. So there's a mixer for the touch events and another mixer for the play along. Let's take a look at the touch mixer. So here's the regular audio mixer. I don't know if you've noticed, but the bass player is also playing when you tap on a chord. You can also control the MIDI volume of the notes played in the two instruments. The MIDI volume affects how strongly the players are hitting the chords. Let me change the sound to piano to show you what I'm talking about. If I set the chord's MIDI volume to 100, the max, I am basically telling Bill to play the piano as loud as he can. But I can still lower the volume of the piano in the audio mixer. Or I can tell him to play really softly and then turn the audio volume up or down. This is the same with the bass sound also. As you've probably heard, the chords are sometimes rolled. You can turn this feature off here, and then all of the chords will be played as block chords. I like using rolling chords for the guitar sounds, but that's completely up to you. The rolling is totally random also, so you get the feeling that someone, and not something, is playing the chords for you. It makes the experience more musical, in my opinion. All right, so let's say you want to study the entire map. See what's possible, try new ideas, and do some harmonic ear training. So in order to do this, you need to ignore the song that is currently loaded and access the entire map. So open the map display preferences under the maps menu and turn on this I button so you can see all the chords. All right, don't panic. You're looking at the complete map in the key of D major and D minor with all possible functions. Open the levels menu and choose diatonic. Cool. So there are all the basic diatonic chords in D major and D minor. You can tap on any chord and explore different possibilities. This is, in my opinion, the best feature in Mapping Tonal Harmony Pro. Once you start exploring harmony using the map, you're going to discover hundreds of cool harmonies and harmonic progressions. You have to understand that the map knows harmony, even if you don't. The chords available to you at the moment and where they are located in the map will secretly guide you to try things that have worked before and will always work. Let me show you what I mean. Let's experiment a bit. First, let me show you how to change keys. Just open the key submenu here and tap on any key on the keyboard to switch the song to that key. So now the map is in F. Now in G. And now in A flat. You can change to major or minor using the house. At this level, the hue of the map is the only thing that you can see changing. But in other levels, when writing your own songs, this subtle change will count. Let me go back to D minor. But I want to see the map functionally. Now, no matter which key I choose, the functions remain the same. And although the chord you hear when you tap on the one in D minor is different from the one in F minor or G minor, the relationships between all the functions and paths stay the same. Functions are unmovable. They always play the same role. Chords that are in the same region will have a similar feeling to them. And moving from one region to another will also have a similar feeling. Also, the tonic region releases tension while the dominant creates it. And the subdominant just adds a bit of tension and is a nice region to pass through. So for example, I can try 1 minor to flat 3 major 7 to flat 6 major 7 and back to the 1 minor to release the tension. Beautiful. And see how the plagal cadence lights up in blue, indicating this was a plagal-like cadence, but not a strong one. Now, if I play the same progression but change the last 1 minor chord to a chord in the dominant region, I can guarantee that I'm going to create much more tension, which will sound like something needs to come after that. There needs to be some sort of point of resolution. And it wants to resolve back to 1. If we change keys, the song will sound higher or lower, but it will be the same song, traveling the same paths around the map. Harmony is like an explorer's tale. You travel around the map finding new sounds. If you travel the same paths, you get the same song. These rules of tonal harmony are universal. So no matter which style you're in, the functions will stay in the same place. Granted, the voicings and often traveled paths will be different, but nothing else. Let's try the same song in a pop rock style. We're going to open the style menu here, and we're going to change the map to pop rock. As you can see, the available players have completely changed. their voicing styles should be totally different from the jazz standard map. Let's change the instrument to a piano and the bass to electric and play the exact same progression. And just for fun, and so I can show you, let's change the map's color theme to light. That's going to do it for today. Thanks again for joining us. Come back next time as we use a walking thing to show you guys how to use the edit feature within Mapping Tonal Harmony Pro, and at the same time talk a little bit about analysis and harmony in general.